So this is the new tone analyzer. So I go into a document and I find something. It's getting a little confusing. So I just asked AI what's an aura, and these are the automatic keywords extracted from this. These are the ones with the references. If I click on it, I go to health, and there's like a health page and all the things related to that. But these tags are only related to this, so it doesn't go anywhere. I also made a toggle, so if you click on it, it'll show the truncated version or the main version, which sometimes is helpful. So down here in the fields, list the keywords, which I don't need because they're referenced with images up here. But what is this? What's an aura? Just make this. This is the group picker, so you can assign a group directly, and it'll filter what you can view based off of your group selection. So it's like a half layer of security. I mean, it is because you can't see it if you can't join the group. So it's a definite layer of security. If I get the tones, it'll list now down here the main tones, and then I combined it with emotions, because emotions were hit and miss. Because an emotional, sometimes it's sort of like a keyword and a bad one, like just it would say part or something. So I said list the tones and emotions, and these are generally good, and it keeps it to a small list: subtle, calm, mysterious, and insightful. Because the thinking, so then you go up here and it'll list the tones that are documents. So if it isn't referenced as a tone document, it's just basically it exists down here, but it has to like exist in the database for tones. Which, if you go into the data section, you see all the tables on the left. These are the docs with a whole ton, like the main posts that users submit. And then there's a tones list where these are just specifically the responses from AI saying list the tones. And then I say use AI just to grab an emoji for each one, a stock image, that's like excitement or something. And then it looks up at documents that are related in. That should show a lot more. Group, ref name. That was like with the local group. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. Like when you run queries, you go, do you want to take from the picked group selector or not? But they'll just get refined in time. How many docs it's referencing. This is the actual main list. So I find all the documents, I list them out as just straight text, or I combine them in a giant list. I then make an array back of that list, whereas over here, this is like an array of arrays. So you have to like split it up and then make an array of just individual items. Then you reference each one of those items, which the actual documents of the documents table. So yeah, it's like how many documents are related to the tone, and it kind of goes in every direction. There's tags, documents, users, groups. So it's a lot of like classification. So if it's not in the database, then you can just add it, which is cool too, because then whoever clicks on it, it tracks their timestamp and the person who did it. So it's like, which emotions have you mined from the universe? Like, I'm the first one to add mysterious to, because I'm like interested in this emotion being represented in something I can reference. Same thing with tags. So it doesn't mean much now, but it'll be interesting as it grows and you have hundreds of people and all these new emotions, or if you've like mined a new emotion. And really, that could be like a Bitcoin thing too, because that's interesting. There's only a finite amount of emotions out there. Yeah, it's like its own blockchain, but you're mining it, and so your tracks, the ones that you own effectively, are the ones you mine. It gives you points, like basically for clicking a button. It's like 1 penny. That's cool. So insightful and calm. This just means there's only one thing that has calm in it, but the calm. This is kind of confusing, but the calm is related to documents with these tags. So, I mean, it's freaking accurate. It's like, what is calm related to? Health, thoughts, body, practitioners, emotional. So, let's find health. The conscious platform for good. This is like a ecoscene kind of blurb. All the different tags. Get the tones. Mindful, celebratory, optimistic, hopeful, yeah. So, mindful. It's really interesting just browsing through all the documents from the emotion. It's a lot more fun, I guess. Because if you go to like the main facet page, first they break down, by model. And then you have the emotions. Somewhere around here we have the tags.
An extra fork and knife, please. Thank you.
I don't even have the tags, but like here are the tags.
Yeah.
Like even the tags. Oh boy, there's a lot. I mean, yeah, there's like certain degrees of like this is annoying because this is like kind of a computer response, but conflict resolution. Oh, okay. It's like I know something about him before I heard about him, basically. Which is really cool. You're starting to, like, I don't want to read his blurb. I can just look at this and get a feeling for who this person is. It's like immediate image kind of connection. I might want to even make that same thing, you're mining the tag, adding it to the database. We got the tones. No, we didn't get the tones. So, inspiring, informative, passionate, helpful, determined. Yeah, so it's already connected with all these, and now I can go passionate. What's that? Oh, look at all these passionate people. I mean, it's pretty freaking cool. As the database grows, it's just going to be endlessly interesting.
Today.
Katie. Good tones. Professional, informative, knowledgeable, inspiring, passionate. Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. Advising and consulting. This thing is just primed for usage. It just needs a ton of data. And then lastly, I list all the tones that I have. I put them in a choice component, like a selector. And then I save that to the user profile for what your current selection is. And it gives the results down here, but it also then finds the tones included in the results and re-aggregates it to the top. So this is wild because it's literally creating like a mind map of related tones. I mean, So, like, this system only has a couple of dozen tones in here in relationships, but like, what is passionate related to? Informative, inspiring, admiring, reverent, inspirational, authoritative, committed, future. Okay, so it's just a question of like how accurate are the relationships, but it's like technically speaking, they're 100% accurate. Like uncertainty, anticipation, right? Determination, frustration. Like, yeah, it's objectively. And then you can get like interweave it. You can get it so that you have a general query. Use AI to like ask questions about the database, like which event is happening tomorrow, or which people are vegan, or I'm sure you can do a lot more complex things, like who should I be friends with? I don't know. Like it just looks at the whole data table, and then you can auto tag and take the emotional tone responses of those queries that were created by, so it's just really interweaving. Check in, yeah. So it's like an endless exploration. What soil works? Well, they provide regenerative soil, boosting properties, permaculture ecosystem, farmers, cool, get the tones. Yeah. It's pretty cool when you say like accomplished, like it's not really a tone, but related tax to accomplished. Colorado environmental, like this will just get smarter and smarter. And it'll just train your brain out and everything. You can learn every connection. Organic. Yeah.
Next time I come home, I can reach out. I just want to know what it was I should have said. Yeah. That'd be great. And I'll know what I know for next time. Okay. Thank you.
There you go.
And you can always add just other kind of facets and weave it in, like which authors, which locations, whatever.
Global Advisory Board indicates membership in our advisory body, which works closely with the executive management team and board of directors in order to develop and deploy strategy, build strategic partnerships, and support the organization's fundraising efforts.